Tupac Shakur was embroiled in a feud between East Coast and West Coast rappers and was murdered in a drive-by shooting in 1996, leaving behind an influential musical legacy at the age of 25. Hello beautiful people, it's me Harris here, and today we are going to talk about Tupac Shakur. Tupac Shakur was an American rapper and actor who came to embody the 1990s gangsta rap aesthetic, and who in death became an icon symbolizing noble struggle. He has sold 75 million albums to date, making him one of the top-selling artists of all time. A sensitive, precociously talented and troubled soul, Tupac was gunned down in Las Vegas on September 7, 1996 and died 6 days later. His murder has never been solved. Tupac began his music career as a rebel with a cause to articulate the travails and injustices endured by many African Americans. His skill in doing so made him a spokesperson not just for his own generation but for subsequent ones who continue to face the same struggle for equality. In life, his biggest battle was sometimes with himself. As fate drove him towards the nihilism of gangsta rap, and into the arms of the controversial Death Row Records impresario Suge Knight, the boundaries between Shakur's art and his life became increasingly blurred, with tragic consequences. But Tupac was born on June 16, 1971, in Harlem, New York. His mother, Afeni, was raising 2 children on her own and struggled for money. The family moved homes often, sometimes staying in shelters. They moved to Baltimore, where Tupac enrolled at the prestigious Baltimore School for the Arts, at which he felt the freest I ever felt. Tupac met actress Jada Pinkett Smith in high school at the Baltimore School for the Arts in Maryland. She had a cameo in his music video for Strictly for My Niggas. Pinkett Smith was featured in the 2017 movie on Tupac All Eyes on Me. She later told reporters that she was a drug dealer when she met Tupac and that she found the reimagining of their relationship in the film very hurtful. It wasn't just about, oh, you have this cute girl, and this cool guy, they must have been in this. Nah, it wasn't that at all. It was about survival, and it had always been about survival between us, she said. Tupac's Baltimore neighborhood was riven by crime, so the family moved to Marin City, California. It turned out to be a mean little ghetto, according to Robert Sam Anderson's comprehensive posthumous feature on Tupac for Vanity Fair in 1997. It was in Marin City that Afeni succumbed to crack addiction, a drug her son, Tupac, would sell on the same streets where his mother bought her supply. Tupac's love for hip-hop would steer him away from a life of crime, for a while, at least. At 17, in the spring of 1989, he met an older white woman, Layla Steinberg, in a park. They struck up a conversation about Winnie Mandela. Steinberg would later recall a young man with fan-like eyelashes, overflowing charisma, and the most infectious laugh. By the time they met, Tupac was obsessively writing poetry and convinced Steinberg, who had no music industry experience, to become his manager. Steinberg was eventually able to get Tupac in front of music manager Adrian Gregory, who secured a gig for him in 1990 as a roadie and dancer for the hip-hop group Digital Underground. He soon stepped up to the mic, making his recording debut in 1991 on Same Song, which soundtracked the Dan Aykroyd comedy Nothing But Trouble. Tupac also appeared on Digital Underground's album Sons of the P in October that year. After the band's manager, Gregory, took over from Steinberg, he landed Tupac a deal with Interscope Records. A month after Sons of the P hit the stores came Tupacalypse Now, Tupac's debut album as a solo artist. Tupac often complained that he was misunderstood. Everything in life is not all beautiful, he told journalist Chuck Phillips. There is lots of killing and drugs. To me, a perfect album talks about the hard stuff and the fun and caring stuff. The thing that bothers me is that it seems like a lot of the sensitive stuff I write just goes unnoticed. While Tupac was in prison on rape charges, he was visited by Suge Knight, the notorious label boss of Death Row Records. Knight offered to post the $1.3 million bail Tupac needed to be released pending his appeal. The condition was that Tupac sign onto death row. Tupac duly signed. He was released from the high-security Dannemora facility in New York in October 1995. At the same time as he was glorifying an outlaw lifestyle for death row, Tupac was financing an at-risk youth center, bankrolling South Central sports teams, setting up a telephone helpline for young people with problems, all noted in Robert Sam Anson's Vanity Fair article, published after Tupac's death. What do you think about it? Let us know by leaving a comment below. Also, do subscribe our channel for more latest news, updates, and interesting information. Have a nice day.